Welcome on in to Van Andel Stadium here on the campus of Hope College. My name is Clayton Safey. I'm alongside Fermin Duran, and we're excited to bring to you some Hope College soccer. Flying Dutchmen are playing Lake Forest out of Illinois. They are the Foresters, and we're looking forward to bringing to you this match tonight. Now, this is part of the Bergsma tournament here at Hope College. Hope College is co-hosting the tournament with Calvin College, and it is in honor of a 1967 graduate of Calvin College, Dr. Bergsma. He's a West Michigan urologist who was known as a kind-hearted man who cared deeply for everyone and tragically died in 2001. Now let's go through our starting lineups for tonight's game. For Hope, we're looking at the goalkeeper, number 1, Stephen Wilbur. Number 3, James Raymond. Number 4, Steve Binning. Number 5, Jordan Hooker. Number 6, Ben Hagman. Number 9, Dalton Brusso. Number 10, Isaac Brock. Number 11, Jack Veld. 21, Ryan Woodside. 25, Sam Albritton. 26, Holden Dipple. That is the Hope College starting lineup. And for Lake Forest, in goal will be Taro Elias. Also starting, Aiden O'Connor, Leo Leto, Lucas Gieb, Sal Gloria, John Capaciti, Gatson Aubert, Elias Ingram, Seaton Trossel, Casey Nam, and Jack Carlson. Those are the starting lineups for tonight's game between Hope College and Lake Forest. Fermin, what are you expecting to see in tonight's matchup between both these teams in the opening game of the season?
It's all about possession. Whatever team possesses the ball most of the game is going to win the game. Lake Forest is a counterattack team. I'm expecting to see the Hope College soccer team have great defense in this game and be able to possess the ball well enough to get on the attacking third most of the time and be able to put some away. I'm expecting Hope College to win this game.
Yeah, and we're looking out here. They're announcing the lineups for Hope College's team as we approach just the start of the match here. Going down the line there and introducing the team. It's a beautiful night here in Holland, Michigan. We're looking out at a beautiful brand new field, new turf that came in this summer, ready to go for this season here at Van Andel Stadium. So we're excited to see that. Looks nice and perfect to start off the season.
A junior from Bloomington, Illinois, number 21, Ryan Woody Woodside.
Pretty big crowd on hand here. Lots of students, lots of other people in the general seating, but a good turnout here for Hope College's first soccer game, and could add a lot of excitement to the game here. Definitely, if Hope gets things going, expect this crowd to be pretty alive here tonight.
Yeah, and big expectations for the Hope men's soccer team. They added a lot of experience to the team now. Most of the starters are juniors. And that was the big question mark last year.
Okay. And we're going to please rise, and we're going to observe the national anthem here.
Our national anthem.
I think mine's on auto or something.
All right, we just heard the national anthem there, and we're just about set to start off this match here from Van Andel Stadium at Hope College. Again, I'm Clayton Safey alongside Fermin Duran. We're very excited to bring you this ball game here.
like I mentioned earlier, lots of expectations for this Hope men's soccer team. Added experience. I mean, the freshmen that started 2 years ago are now juniors. They've been at it. They've been through the doggies. They've played 2 years in the NCAA. I think this team can win some games this year. I mean, it's going to be exciting to see how much that experience plays part into it now, but it's not an excuse anymore. I mean, we'll see how it goes. I think this team has the talent and the tactics to be able to win a lot of games in the NCAA this year. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, and I think it's a good point. I think there is a lot of expectations around this team, but at the same time now, here we are. Expectations are thrown out the window, and it's really exciting to see what's going to happen out here. And now that the season is about to officially begin.
Absolutely. 7 o'clock start. I mean, it's a great day for soccer. It really is. Both teams ready to go. Lake Forest also a team with pretty high expectations. They managed to win quite a few games last year. Clayton, what are your expectations for this game? What do you think?
I think it should be exciting. I mean, both teams, like you said, have high hopes for this season. They're looking to kick it off with the right start, and both trying to get a win. Should be competitive. Should be exciting ball game match to watch here. And we're excited to be here.
So we're getting ready for kickoff here. Ben Hagman and Jordan Hooker. And here we go. Here we start another season of Hope College men's soccer.
Hope starting off on with the possession here. And like Fermin talked about in the open, is possessing the ball. You know, he believes whoever possesses the ball the most in this game will have the best chance to win. And Hope with a good start with that.
One of the critical performers in this game will be Isaac Brock, as you see in attack in third. Lays the ball off to James Raymond, who puts a cross in. Unluckily, it's out of bounds. Isaac Brock didn't play last year. He was hurt. He's attacking center mid for this team. A lot of high expectations for him this year. He's a great player. Great player.
That's a goalie, Taro Elias, there for Lake Forest. Ball kicked out of bounds. It's going to go back to Lake Forest here. Ball's in. That's battled over there by James Raymond for the Dutchman. Going to go back out to Elias Ingram for Lake Forest.
One thing about Ben Hagman, and he's great at winning tackles. His vision in this game is one of the best. I mean, on the team, he's excellent. He has an excellent vision. He completes most of his passes, as you'll see in this game. He mans the midfield for this Hope College team. He really does.
Yeah, and he's one of those glue players for this team that's so important. For me, and we were talking about this off air about Hagman. Last year, completed 96% of his passes,
yeah.
which is highest on the team by 11%. So a bit of a drop off there. So if he's going to be able to do that, it can be a dangerous team.
And one of the keys for him is to stay engaged the whole game. You know, he worked hard this offseason to maintain his athleticism, and I mean, we're expecting to have a good game out of him.
Well, we were just talking there. First shot of the game. That was by James Raymond for Hope.
James Raymond also a key to this game. He's one of the most dangerous players in the Hope soccer team. He plays left back, but he also likes to attack a lot, and he takes the set pieces for the squad. So
Lake
gotta look
Forest
for
now There with the possession, that's Sal Gloria. Now over to Elias Ingram. And Ingram's going to have it here. Going to kick it in.
He's going to look to cross this ball in, probably to the first post, and see if he can get a head on it. He went back post instead.
Hope's doing a good job of keeping the ball out of their own side of the field, their defensive side here. Trying to stay on the offense, trying to get as much time on possession as possible here. In this first 5 minutes, they've done a good job of that.
They really have, Clayton, and like I said, Lake Forest isn't a small team. They come out here with high expectations. They want to win this game, and they're going to do their best to pressure Hope on the counterattack too. And that's the biggest key of the game. Is Hope will be able to maintain possession on the attacking third of the field without getting burnt on the counterattack.
There's a throw in there for Hope. Scramble there for the ball. Hope comes back out with it.
That's a great ball.
Good ball there by Steve Binnig. Lake Forest taking it over. Here comes Lucas Geib.
Gaston Aubert on the Lake Forest team is actually a native of Zeeland, Michigan. He went to Zeeland East High School. Pretty good player. Likes to attack in the left side of the field, cut in and shoot. He's a good winger.
He's coming back home. He's playing right across town here from his hometown, so I'm sure he's excited about coming back and being a part of this tournament.
I'm sure
here.
most of his family's here at the game too.
Yeah, and it's got to be exciting for a guy that to have people that can't always travel to his games, being probably about 4 hours away, but here they are watching him here tonight.
Look at Hooker hold the ball. That'll be the main key for the strikers of the Hope soccer team. They play a 4-5-1, and so a big key for the striker is to hold the ball and be able to keep possession as the team moves forward. So
Binning there to Raymond.
that's a good ball.
Here's Isaac Brock. Lost it. He's on the turf. Going to go to Hope. They're going to quickly throw it in. Raymond's got it on the left side here. Good job by Lake Forest. Clearing it back out.
Sam Alburn, the native of Warsaw, Indiana. Recently switched positions from center back to right back. So we'll see how that goes this season.
This is Jack Carlson here. Pass. Hope's going to come away with that. Here comes Jordan Hooker.
Great layoff to Isaac Brock. And we get the corner kick. So Hope attacking early on. Dalton Brusso with the corner kick.
What do you expect from this corner kick here for me?
I'm guessing they're going to try to put the ball at the back post. We'll see, though. So Dalton Brusso, a sophomore out of Willington, Illinois. Puts a great ball. What a save. Excellent save by the Lake Forest keeper. Still in. Another ball. Oh, Jordan Hooker off the post. And he
Finally in.
finishes. What a goal by Sam Albritton.
And Hope College strikes first here. The crowd is on their feet here at Van Andel Stadium. Hope College 1, Lake Forest 0 here.
I thought it was Albritton.
That Hope College goal scored by number 25, Sam Albritton.
Now we have that charged crowd like we talked about, a packed house here. Sam Albritton with the goal. And once again, Hope College, they strike first.
And that's a great start for Sammy Albritton at right back. You see how Hope can possess the ball in the attacking third. That's a great ball by Isaac Brock. Tough challenge by James Raymond. That might be a yellow card, and it is.
That's going to be a yellow card there on James Raymond.
It's a
Good.
late slide tackle. You can't do that.
Yep, and he was trying to hustle to get to that ball, and it's good sportsmanship there by Raymond, helping up his opponent, Elias Ingram.
And, you know, like every other sport, it's a game of seconds, you know? You're a second too late. It's the difference between a great tackle and a yellow card.
And that was the case there. Raymond there picking up the yellow card first for either team here in this match.
So Ian Trossel about to play this ball in. Plays it on the back post. Can't quite get it. Goal kick for Steve Wilbur coming up for the Hope men's soccer team. Great start. Great start this year.
Yeah, it is a good start. 1-0 Hope here. And Fermin, what do you see? What do you expect in your thoughts just on Steve Wilbur going into the season as a goalkeeper?
So it was a rough season for Steve Wilbur last year. I mean, I think he had a lot of growing pains. He was one of the biggest recruits Hope's had in a long time. He had some D1 offers. He's a great goalkeeper. I've seen it firsthand in practice. He just needs some time, and just like every other college player, you know, it takes some time to grow in and get adjusted to the game. And I think he will do just that. He's talented enough. He's got the ability. He's got the work ethic, and I'm not worried about him. Not in the least. Here we look at Lake Forest trying to go on the counter attack.
Ingram there with tried to play it on over there to John Cappuccini. It's a shot there by number 16, Seton Trossel there for the Foresters, and that one goes out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick again for Steve Wilbur.
Rather envious attempt by the Lake Forest center midfielder. What do you think?
Yeah, that would have been a tough make there.
Holden Dipple bringing the ball off the field. Tries to play long to Jordan Hooker, who controls it. Lays it off to Ryan Woodside here. Good battle. Looks wide to Dalton Brusso. Dangerous player. Plays a great ball. Hope gets another corner kick. And this is what we have to continue to do. Oh, it's a goal kick, actually. But Hope, that's the key to the game. Hope has to continue to try to get the set pieces. Hope was great on set pieces last year. They actually scored most of their goals last year coming off of set pieces. And that's a big part of the game. Because you never know what can happen. You can get a little tap in. There's a lot. Every time there's a corner or a set piece, anything can happen. It's a big part of the game.
Yeah, almost had one there. Had a couple of us fooled there, but ended up being out of bounds there on Hope. That was floated in, now controlled by Wilbur. Throws it in to Steve Binnig.
Steve Binnig, one of the captains of this team.
And Binnig tried to play it there to James Raymond, but just a little bit too far in front of him, and possession will turn over now to Lake Forest. Throw in there, controlled. And it looks like Lucas Guy was tripped up by one of the Dutchman defenders there.
Brian Woodside. You got to be careful here if you're a Hope soccer player. I mean, you see yellow cards that are already hanging out this game. You got to be careful how hard you come into tackles. I mean, you can't give away yellow cards early in the game. David White, one of the captains of this team, the only senior on this team, not able to play this game because of the accumulated yellow cards he earned last year. So you got to be careful if you're any player. I mean, on any team, you can't get yellow cards. Plays it to the back post. Gaston Aubert handles it. Russo looks to Woodside in the middle, who takes it up the field at pace to James Raymond. Sends a cross in. Good battle. What do you think?
Yeah, I thought a little bit too much contact there. They're going to give it to Lake Forest here. Looking at 20, Jack Carlson. Over on the right side, Ingram.
Ingram's been involved in this game quite often.
Raymond, good defense by Raymond. Here's Binnig with it. Pass it back out. That's Trossel for Lake Forest.
You see Hagman there involved in the midfield.
Yeah, and Trossel comes away with it. Send up, they're moving in here.
Albert crosses in, back out. Dipple with a great slide tackle. Looks wide to Jack Veld, who plays it off to Isaac Brock. Oh, look at that. Isaac Brock, one of the best dribblers in this team. I mean, when he dribbles, the ball is right at his feet.
Yeah, and he put some moves on there.
It's fun to watch. It really is.
Yeah, and it looks like got a little too fancy with it there as it goes over to Lake Forest. But like you said, fun to watch some of those moves he just put on there.
Don Bristol comes away with it to James Raymond, who plays the ball up the field. Hooker looking to fight for it. Wins the header. Great tackle by the Lake Forest defenseman. And you want to see that out of both teams. You want to see center backs going for the slide tackles. It's fun to watch. Brock lays it off to Brusso, who looks for the cross. Handled by the Lake Forest center back. Kicked out of bounds.
Going to stay here with Flying Dutchman.
Oh, no, I don't.
Raymond again, I think he's going to look for Woodside here. Maybe not. Lays it off to Brusso.
Gets it back here. Back to Binnig. Russo. Laid it on to Jack Feld. Kicked out by Lake Forest. Going to roll Out of bounds there, right by the scoreboard. Go back to Hope College.
And
here.
Clayton, like I was saying, one of the keys of this game was possession. And as you can see, who's been possessing most of this game?
Yeah, and it's Hope, and they have the 1-0
And
lead.
you see the scoreboard, right?
Yeah, exactly. They've done a good job at that.
If you're Lake Forest, you start to think now, do we continue to try to play the counterattack in this game? The biggest key of this game is possession. Here's Aubert. Tries to take Albritton inside, does. Albritton wins the tackle. Looks at Jack Veld out wide. Who loses the ball.
Yeah, hit the deck there on the turf.
Back to Aubert, who tries to shoot. And this is where it gets interesting. Brock to Hooker. Hooker tries to slide. Aubert. Binnig with a great shield. One thing you can notice out of the Hope College men's defensive line, they all have size. The shortest defenseman on the Hope soccer team right now is James Raymond at 5'11". So size is very important on the back position. Here's Binnig. Looks to Raymond. Back wide to Dipple, who controls. Looks in a Hooker. And wide at Veld, who tries to take it at pace. Cuts inside. Looks for Brock in the middle. Lake Forest retains possession. And that's one of the keys of this game, Clayton, and I'm sure you agree with me. I cannot stress this enough. Possession, whatever team holds possession the most is going to win this game. That's plain and simple. Would you agree with me?
Yeah, I think it definitely gives them the best chance to win. And both coaches obviously are aware of that, and definitely a point of emphasis coming into the game, and Hope's doing a good job at it. Lake Forest, as of late, has had more time on possession than what we saw in some of those opening minutes.
And look at that ball. Isaac Braxt in the box. Place a cross in. Hooker tries for the... Oh, that would have been a great shot. Lake Forest looking to hold. Looks wide to Ingram. Ooh. Questionable call there.
Yeah, that one has some of the Hope fans a little bit upset at that. That could have gone either way. What do you think?
It really could have. It really could have. I think as a referee, I mean, as a fan, you always want to see the referee let them play. In every sport, what do you think?
Yeah, I think they do to a certain extent. I mean, we saw earlier with the yellow card with Raymond, hopefully. And refs have done a good job so far at keeping things under control.
But
I don't think that's anything to worry about for the refs, and probably made the right call.
But I think an unspoken rule is let the boys play in every sport.
Yeah.
Here's Brock in the middle. Looks wide to Ingram.
Lake Forest here backing it out. With it is Leo Leto. Passes it over. That's O'Connor in the corner there. And another good shield there by the Dutchman, able to get it back to the goalkeeper, Steve Wilbur.
And Alden O'Connor, a freshman out of Oklahoma City, playing far away from home. What do you think?
Entering the game for Hope College.
Yeah, we have a substitution here.
Devin Butler.
That is Devin Butler entering the game. Coming in for Jack Veld, I believe.
Yes, sir. And Devin Butler, junior in this team, he's been through a lot. Lots of injuries, but we always look for his speed out there. Butler handles it.
So how would you describe Devin Butler's style of play?
He is fast. Speed and agility. Devin Butler is one of the best dribblers and attackers on this team with his pace. You can always look to him for making runs and crossing the ball in. And here's Ingram.
It's tripped up
That's
there.
a good call.
Get the whistle there. Ben Hagman, I believe.
And like we've mentioned earlier, Ingram's been involved in this game throughout. He's a senior right back for the Lake Forest team. He's got no time to lose. So set piece here coming up for John Cappuccini.
Yeah, Cappuccini looks to a free kick here.
He's going to look to cross this ball. He doesn't have a good angle for a shot. Plays a good ball. Oh, dangerous ball. Sam Albright manages to get it out of the box. Butler wins. What a great slide. Played back in by Cappuccini.
He's going to roll back out to Jack Carlson. Lake Forest, there's a cross. Headed in there.
And Lake Forest knocking on the door here.
And you've talked a lot about possession. They've done a good job of possessing the ball here.
In the last few minutes, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Right there, that's
Back to Ingram. Ingram plays it back in. What a win by Ben Hagman. Ben Hagman's a grinder, man. He is a great center defensive midfielder for this Hope men's soccer team.
and a good effort there by Ingram, getting back and getting the possession back.
For Lake Forest.
Yep, Taro Elias, the goalkeeper, played it in there. This is Casey Nam.
Handled by Albritton. Back to Ingram on
Yeah,
the right back.
Leto played it on to Ingram.
In the past few minutes, the ball's been on the Lake Forest attacking third.
Yeah, and you can feel kind of the momentum switch here. Hope is playing a lot more defense. You see a ball floats in there.
Wilbur handles it.
Yep, Wilbur takes care of that.
Can't talk enough about Elias Ingram, though.
He's done a good job controlling the ball and kind of been that force that's kept Lake Forest in this game, in this match here.
And as a right back, too, which you don't see very often. You hear the Hope students chanting the Ole.
Yeah, and they're getting into it. They're excited for another season here. First game of the year, a home game, so it's always good to see the students out here and cheering for their team.
Here's Lake Forest on the counter attack. You got to watch out for this. Raymond wins the ball. Out to Butler. Who looks to Brock. You got to be careful here with Isaac Brack in the attack in third. Brings the ball up at pace to Dalton Brusso, who cuts in. Looks middle. Back to Brusso. Back to Woodside, who plays across. And not offsides, but what a great effort. And this is what I continue to talk about. Hope College is a great team on the attacking third of the field. And you can see it. You can see the experience coming in. Not the easiest 2 years for Hope College, the past couple of years, but you can see the experience settling in.
Yeah, and you said it in the open, the guys that were starting as freshmen 2 years ago are now juniors, upperclassmen that have seen a lot, and now they want to experience the great thrill of victory. They've learned a lot, and they'll be the first people to tell you that They don't care about, having that young experience losing. They want to win.
It's time. And it's time, too.
Yeah, that seems to be the feeling around this team.
But Lake Forest keeps knocking on the door. Here's Cappuccini. And he looks wide to Ingram. Ingram tries to cut outside, and Raymond wins the ball. James Raymond, critical left back for this Hope men's soccer team. It feels like he's always at the right place at the right time.
And that's been the case that we've seen tonight. I mean, aside of that yellow card that he got where he was just at the right place at just the wrong time.
But that's the way he
late.
plays, Clay. That's the
Yeah.
way he plays. He likes to go after the ball, and like I said, it's a game of seconds, and that's in every sport.
Yeah, and he's put himself, for the most part tonight, in the right position to make plays.
And once again, who has the ball for Lake Forest?
Yeah, Ingram.
So Ingram looking to throw the ball in the box, which he does. Wow, what a powerful throw in here. And Albert controls the ball. Good cross. Cappuccini trying to go after it. And here's Ingram again, who looks middle. Raymond picks his head up, plays it wide, trying to find Hooker on the attacking third. And it's a Hope throw-in.
Yeah, Hooker able to come away with that for the Dutchman. Looks like there's going to be another substitution. That's going to be Christian Dalt coming in for Hope College.
And Christian Dalt has started for the team last year, experienced in MIAA play.
So what do you think a former starter can bring to the table now coming off the bench in tonight's match?
He's got experience, and not only experience, but he can hold the ball. And that's something that you gain with touches and you gain with playing more and more games. But Christian Dalt, every time he has the ball, he looks to score. And that's the way he plays. He likes to go through people, and he's always looking to score. That's the type of player he is.
Hagman controls it with the header there. That is Dalt, who had his foot on it there momentarily. Ingram comes away with it. Across the field.
Dangerous ball. As a back, you never want to play the ball across the field when there's opposing players on your third of the field. It's a good dummy. And it looks in, but Wilbur handles it.
Yeah, Wilbur's been,
He's been solid out there tonight.
yeah, he absolutely has. He's held his own in there, and he talked about it, had some ups and downs last year, but looks to come out. He started the season solid so far.
Another fact about Steve Wilbur is he's very underrated at his ability to man the defense and keep them lined up. And as a goalkeeper, you have to talk. That is the number one job. I mean, besides obviously saving goals, you have to line up your defense and you have to be communicative back then, or otherwise you can't keep your you know what I mean? You can't keep your defense back.
Yeah, and how much does a year of experience add to that and him being comfortable doing
One
that?
year makes a huge difference. It really does. And here's Dipple. Picks his head up. Plays a long ball. What a great ball by Jordan Hooker. And here's Brock. And he raised the flag 3 seconds way too late. I don't think that was offsides. Very questionable call there. Great flick by Jordan Hooker, though.
Like Fermin said, questionable offsides call there. A lot of the Hope fans weren't having it, but they also saw the ball go in the back of the net, and they obviously would have wanted a goal there, but didn't work out that way. Lake Forest possessing it.
And a foul by Devin Butler. Great to see Colin Bennett about to go in this game. He's a junior in this team. Very underrated shot. He's got a great shot from the outside.
That's a shot there by Trossel for Lake Forest that goes wide of the net.
And another corner kick by Lake Forest. That's the third of this match.
They have not been able to capitalize on any of the ones so far, but they're hoping that they can do that here. That's number 9, Cappuccini, plays it in. Wilbur comes away with it. Throws it quickly up, got a little ahead of himself.
And look
That's
who's there,
Ingram.
Ingram.
And he puts a shot wide. And Wilbur will have it here and bring it back into Hope possession.
And Ingram's a great player.
Colin Bennett, number 20 there, just checks in for Hope College. Hope marching right down the field.
Bennett handles it, plays it back to Raymond, who looks for the back post, and Hooker.
And a good job there by Taro Elias, the goalkeeper there for Lake Forest, keeping it away from the Dutchman and not allowing the ball to go back in the back of the net.
And Taro, a native of San Antonio, Texas. You don't see that very often. Here's Sam Albrand looking for the throw in. Finds Dalt. Finds Hagman. Hooker with a great touch. Looks for the switch, and Colin Bennett's there, who plays it back safely to James Raymond.
Binning has it. Long play there, looking for Hooker.
And here's Lake Forest on the counterattack, and that's, I can't stress that enough. Cuts inside, cuts back out.
Geib has it here. And a good job by
What
the
a great
Dutchman.
tackle by Raymond.
Raymond there at the right place at the right time. Same with Ingram, who comes away with the ball. Hagman there. Was able to deflect it.
Ingram looks back in the middle. Who looks to Cappuccini. Hagman with a win. And Butler finds Hooker, who holds the ball. Looks back to Butler, and this is dangerous because Butler's really fast. And here he comes at pace. Devin Butler with the cross. Trying to find Isaac Brock. Great defending by Lake Forest. Albritton looking back in with the cross. Finds Bennett in the back post. Ooh.
Bennett wasn't able to drive that one
Oh,
in.
Butler, what a great shot. Great save by Taro.
Yeah, Elias there with a huge save. That would have put Hope up 2-0, but Elias denies it. Shot there, saved by Wilbur.
And here's Raymond, picks his head up, and Raymond likes to play the ball up the field. He likes to look for the long ball, and Brock holds it. Good turn. Finds Bennett out wide. Bennett looks up, plays a long ball. Unfortunately, didn't understand Brock. Throw in for Lake Forest once again. And Elias Ingram, one of the leading seniors for this Lake Forest team. Can't stress enough about him. He's been really involved in this game.
Binning played it in there. It's deflected off Lake Forest there.
The Flying Dutchman, number 8, Sam Mason.
Another substitution here. Sam Mason checking into the match.
So Sam Mason going in at center midfielder, and Christian Dahl takes Hooker's spot at the 9. That's a striker. Errant pass by Isaac Brock will give the ball back to Lake Forest. And once again, Elias Ingram looking to throw the ball in.
Foresters, number 18, Jacob Opiola.
Substitution here for Lake Forest. Opiola comes in.
Albert holds the ball, plays it wide. Looks back to Albert, who controls and looks in the middle. Cross played in by Forrest. Good attempt.
Trossel with the attempt there goes out.
And once again, a goal kick for Steve Wilbur. Hope is looking great defensively in this game. What do you think, Clayton?
Yeah, and I think Wilbur's been steady back there as well. Anytime that there is a threat, he's been good. You look at Binnig and Raymond. They've
Really
been
manning
solid.
this Hope defense.
Yeah, and especially because a lot of the play's been over here on this side. You talk a lot about how Ingram's had possession a lot, and it's really been Raymond that's really kept him off of some goal-scoring chances.
Entering for the Flying Dutchman, number 7, Jared Wondergem.
And Jared Wondergem coming in for Isaac Brock, a native of Hudsonville, Michigan. He started last year at the beginning of the season for the Hope men's soccer team. He started the year as a striker and is now playing on the wing.
And Isaac Brock got a good round of applause there as he came off the field. Good effort by him.
Good to have him back.
Yeah, and it's a good effort by him so far in this match with just 6 minutes to go here in the first half, approaching halftime. Hope College on top, 1-0. Glad to bring you some action here, a match between Hope College and Lake Forest. I'm Clayton Safey alongside Fermin Duran. Lake Forest with it. This is Geib. Played it in. Bounced around.
Geib with a good skill.
Yep.
Back to Geib. Who looks to chap one in the middle.
There
Back
he is
to
again
Geib.
with it. Ball's down.
And
Both
look who
teams
won
looking
that
for-
tackle again.
Yeah, and
Ben
both
Hagman.
teams looking for some sort of call there with a lot of contact going on. But like you said, they're just letting them play. Ingram had it and lost it. Hagman with it.
Completes a pass to Sam Mason, who gets it stolen by Albert. And here's a counterattack. Here's Albert. Very a little too physical
Yeah,
there.
Albert
And
not-
James Raymond, his defensive positioning is great. I mean, you've seen it the past couple years. He's one of the best left backs in the MIAA. Looks to Dipple. Out wide to Albritton. And I don't think you're going to see any switches this game in terms of the left back. What a ball. Played back to Bennett, who cannot handle it, unfortunately. And like I was saying, Clayton, you're not going to see any substitutions for the whole back line.
Number 15, Travis Wojcik.
Yeah, I think they've been steady force that we've seen. It's momentum's gone back and forth in terms of possession, but that Hope back line is held steady as we enter halftime here. 4 minutes away.
Geib finds his center defensive mid and back to Ingram, who controls.
Ingram looking to get something going here.
Back to Carlson. And
Hagman comes away with
Hagman
it.
completes the pass to Mason. He's got Butler out on the wing.
Butler, there's that speed. Almost got to that ball there.
And you can be certain that if there's a long ball played and it's a foot race, Devin Butler's going to win that ball 9 times out of 10.
It's that speed, very important. It's good to have it on. If you're a Hope College fan, good to have it with Butler.
Here's Bendig looking for Raymond on the left wing. And he likes to play a long ball. Tries to find Dalt.
Dalt almost caught up with that, but a good job coming out of the net there by Elias. Was able to control it, and here he holds and rolls it out. Here's Guy with it.
Guy tries to find Albert, but Albritton handles it and looks for Mason in the middle. Mason turns. Looks back to Albritton. Albritton plays a long ball to Butler.
There's that foot race, but that play was just a little bit too far.
Played the ball a little bit too far out to the right. And a fairly unexperienced back line for Lake Forest, besides Ingram at the right back, who's a senior.
Approaching a minute and a half here to play in the
Good
half.
step by Steve Binnick. And look who he finds. Come on,
Binnick.
you got to call that.
Surprised there's a no call there. He looked like Christian Dalt, Hope College striker, was knocked
He
down
was
from
dragged.
behind.
He was
Yeah.
dragged, yeah.
Surprising no call. The crowd.
Here's
bit
Mason looking
irritated
for
at
Wonder
that.
Gem.
And Elias, a good job of stopping that there. Just was able to corral it.
Back to Geib here on the left wing. Cuts back. And this Lake Forest team trying to find for answers here.
1 minute remaining in the
They've
half.
attacked a fair amount, but they've only shot the ball on target 2 times this whole game.
You can see a replay now of approaching 30 seconds
And back
in
to
this
Carlson.
first half. Carlson has it.
Looks wide to Ingram. Once again,
Ingram at
take-
pace. Ingram going to try to quickly play it here with 18 seconds. Nobody around though. Backs off here.
He's going to look to play it in the box.
Yep. One last shot here at the end of the second.
7,
First half here.
5, 4,
Just 3.4 seconds, and we do have a Hope College Flying Dutchman.
Bennig
that
looks hurt.
like, looks like he's going to need some medical attention here as we just before halftime.
Hopefully it's not something too
Yeah,
severe here.
hope he can pop right up. As you can see the replay there of that throw in, and you can see what happened there. Just kind of hit the deck as he collided possibly with one of the Lake Forest players, but it's good to see him get off the ground there. And we're ready to start play back up here. 3.4 seconds. Wilbur's going to have it here, the goalkeeper.
3, 2, 1.
And
Plays
that
it
marks
in.
a great first half.
Yeah,
for
that's
Hope
going to end the
College.
first half. Hope College is up 1-0 over Lake Forest as we enter halftime. Stay with us for the second half.
New score at half. The Hope College Flying Dutchman 1. Lake Forest Foresters nothing. Concessions are open on the backside of the stadium. Benton Smith and the Hope volleyball team at Wash U today. In their first match against Webster, they won in 5 sets. As of right now, they're playing Dominican University. Coach Lee Sears' women's soccer squad should be starting in about 10 minutes against Milwaukee School of Engineering.
Honey, did you remember to bring the GPS?
Nope.
Oh. Well, you have an app on your phone to tell us how to get where we're going?
I do not.
Really? So you have an actual map, like the kind that are hard to fold?
Uh-uh.
You just know where you're going?
No idea.
Don't be this guy when it comes to financial planning. LVZ Advisors. We'll help get you there.
Hey, we're a little lost. You know where the lake is? Yeah. All right.
We've intentionally never had minimum account sizes. Our philosophy has always been, if you're willing to put in the work and we'll collaborate and we set the plan in place and you're willing to go along with this plan and to put forth effort to this plan, we're happy to work with you. It's what we love to do. And so we have people coming in from the very starting point all the way to, to the wealthy people. It's all different scenarios. Financial planning is not just for the wealthy.
When you're more than a manager, you're not just saying, wow, you came in, thanks for coming in, and this is what your investment did. It's so much more than that. There's so much more going on in their lives than just these investments, and it's good to understand that totality so that you can say, well, I know there's a better way of doing this, or I have a resource. I know, there's some other resources that we can help you with here. So it's not just financial planning. It's serving people. It's serving people and loving on people, and that's very joyful.
All right, welcome back to Van Andel Stadium here at Hope College. My name is Clayton Safey. We're alongside Fermin Durand here on the campus of Hope College. Hope is playing Lake Forest here in men's soccer. At the end of one half, Hope is up 1-0. And we'd be remiss if we didn't thank our sponsors here, Lawrence and Vanderswart Financial Planning Services. Without them, this broadcast would not be possible. So we'd like to thank them for supporting us and helping all the people that are at home watching and giving us also some good experience here as we move along. 30 seconds until the start of the second half. Hope College, like I said, up 1-0 for me. What are your takeaways from that first half? What have you seen so far? You talked a lot about possession of the ball, and how do you think both teams have done at that so far?
And I said, obviously, at the beginning of the game, possession was going to be the key. Who possessed the ball more, Clayton?
I believe it'd be Hope.
And who's winning?
Hope has a 1-0 lead.
The team that will possess the ball more is usually the team that wins the game. In this case, Hope College has contained possession of the ball. And, they've been on the attacking third from the beginning of the first half, and we saw Lake Forest in the later half really go after and try to look for the equalizer, but unfortunately they weren't able to. Hope College needs to maintain possession of the ball. They did a good job in the first half. They need to continue in the second half. If they don't, there could be a different end to this ballgame.
Yeah, and then, with that 1-0 lead, they can't get too comfortable because, 1-0 lead, it can be tied up within just one shot here. So they got to keep it on the offensive end. They got to keep it on that attacking third of the field. And, if they can do that, I think it'll be good for them. But also Lake Forest, they came on late in the second half, kind of shifting the momentum back to about even with their play. What are your takeaways from how Lake Forest played, especially after that first rough 5 to 10 minutes of the match?
I think Lake Forest looked to play the counterattack at the beginning of the game, and I think you'd agree with me. And towards the second, the last 20, 22 minutes of the first half, they looked to attack, and they looked to possess the ball. And you could see the difference between the first part of the first half and the second part of the first half. When Lake Forest started to possess the ball and try to look to attack as opposed to stay back and look to the counterattack, they were more effective. and they got more shots off.
Yep,
So
absolutely.
if they're able to do that in the second half consistently, it could be an interesting game.
Yep.
If they're not, I wouldn't be surprised if Hope puts 2 more in.
Yep, we see Hope College here with that 1-0 lead. Lake Forest is going to start off with possession. This is Ingram on that right side. He's been one of those go-to players for the Foresters so far.
Which you don't see very often at the right back position, Clayton. Do you think Ingram managed to put one in this game? Do you think he manages to put one in?
I think he's got a good chance because of how active he's been around the ball and possessing it. You see him there.
Fortunately, loses the ball.
Lost his handle on it.
And as you can see, there's been a change at goalkeeper for Hope College. Blair McCormick, the full-time starter last season, starting the second half for the Hope men's soccer team.
And what do you see?
And also Devin Butler starting at right wing. So you really love to see that.
What do you see from McCormick, and what do you take away from that decision to go away from Wilbur there after the first half that he played very solid in?
No, I thought Wilbur did a great job, but it's just 2 guys going at it, you know? The position will eventually be won by one of the 2. McCormick came away with it last year. He's a true leader. Every single player on the Hope team will tell you McCormick's biggest strength is his leadership. He's always talking, he's always lining up the defense, and he's a solid keeper. And you always want the guy who's solid, who you know will never, will never mess up. So here's Lake Forest trying to maintain possession, and
This is Nam here for Lake Forest. Over to Leto. Leto. Back to Nam. Beautifully played there. As you're going to see whistles blown. Crowd going wild at that call there.
and that's the second yellow card of the game.
Yeah, and it looks like Sal Gloria was the one, number 7 for Lake Forest, if I'm not mistaken, that just knocked over one of the Dutchmen.
Devin Butler. And I think he sold that call.
That doesn't happen in soccer, does it?
Happens more often than you'd think. And I think they're going to go with Raymond here, if I'm not mistaken. Raymond's going to take this set piece. And I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to goal. Could also go with Brusso here on the cross of the back post. But oh! Looks to Brock. What a great save by Taylor. And that's a goal by Hope. No, he calls it off. He calls it off. I'm not sure I agree with that call. The goalkeeper must have had handle on the ball. That's the only reason I'd see him call that goal off. I don't agree with that call at all.
And I think we're going to get a second look at it here. So we're going to go to the replay. So you can see it here.
Great set piece by the Hope men's soccer team. Creativity comes out on top most of the time. Brusso wins the ball. Raymond looks back up to Hooker, who heads it to Brusso. Brusso looks back at Hooker. Hagman controls the ball. And he plays a good ball to
Beautiful.
Jordan Hooker.
Beautiful play there by Hagman, would you say?
That was a good look. Brusso on his back, manages to win the ball. Looks wide to Raymond, who's about to play a cross in. He does. Errant cross by
A little high
James
and wide
Raymond.
there.
But good thought nonetheless. And a goal kick for Taro Elias in the Lake Forest men's soccer team.
Leto
Hagman wins the ball
played
once
it.
again.
Yeah, like you said, Hagman ended up coming away with it. Lake Forest retains possession here. This is Nam over to his teammate Albert. And that ball out of bounds is going to go Hope College's way.
Albritton tries to play a wall with Devin Butler. It's going to be another Hope men's throw-in. Sam Albritton with the throw. Looks for Isaac Brock. Intercepted by Lake Forest.
Whistle there. It's going
They're not letting them play, Clayton. They're really not.
And it seems to be tightened up a little bit here in this second half for one reason or another, but definitely a noticeable shift that we've both noticed here with those whistles.
Casey Nam has been also involved in this game quite a bit. The junior center back for the Lake Forest team. Elias Graham with the run. He's got the ball, tries to play it over McCormick. And there's Elias Graham once again.
McCormick plays it in.
Looks for Isaac Brock in the middle. Clayton, what do you think of Isaac Brock from what you've seen so far in this game?
I think he's got athleticism, and he's shown that he's not afraid to get around the ball and get a part of some of the action there in the attacking third. I mean, what have you seen from him that's impressed you so far?
His dribbling.
Yeah, he's been
He's so fun to watch.
He's elusive, been able to get around a couple guys that we've seen so far, especially in that first half early on.
Here's Graham once again. Manages to cut back, looks for the ball. Brusso wins it quickly. Looks for Hooker, who holds the ball. Looks middle to Brock, who has a great touch. Plays it out wide to Devin Butler, who's got some space. He turns. Plays it safely to Holden Dipple. He looks back to Devin Butler, who once again has a lot of space. He looks for the long ball to Jordan Hooker. And that's what the Hope men's team is going to continue to do. They're going to continue to play the long ball to Jordan because Jordan has size. I mean, at 6'2", you don't really see that much size out of a striker. And that's a big weapon to have.
Yeah, and he's used that size to his advantage so far. We saw him win a couple headers early on that it didn't look like he had much of a chance, but that size gave him that chance, and he was able to win them.
Back to Aubert. Who looks wide? To Opiola. And Graham back to Opiola.
And what have you seen from Lake Forest on their side of the field? They've seemed to possess the ball a little more the second half.
Like I said, they made the adjustment. They're trying to possess the ball a lot more this half instead of playing the counterattack. And there's a cross. Dalton Brusso. And Dalton Brusso, sophomore on this Hope College men's soccer team, was actually a top 25 recruit in the country at one point at center back.
Yeah, kid out of
Bloomington, Illinois, and he's now playing left wing. So you see that versatility out of him. But a top 25 recruit in the country as a center back. So you can see that the man's he's versatile, you know? I mean, he's a very versatile player. Here's Blair McCormick back with the ball, who seems to lack size for a goalkeeper, but that is not the case at all if you watch him play. He makes up for it with his strength. Albritton tries to drive the ball, but Graham handles it comfortably.
Hope College.
You hear the student section once again.
Yeah, their student section starting to get into it again here in the second half, cheering on their team who leads 1-0. Dutchman over the Foresters of Lake Forest. Coming from Illinois, just north of Evanston, near the border there of Illinois and Wisconsin. So coming quite some way.
Casey Nam. Finds Opiola. Who looks middle. Wide, back to Graham. Who tries to take Raymond on that pace.
Ingram there fell down, got right back up, right back in the mix.
And another goal kick for Hope College. You see Lake Forest knocking on the door. Wonder if eventually they'll put one in. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they're putting themselves in better position as we see in the second half, come out a lot more aggressive on the offensive side, and it's going to put them in position that if they do get that opportunity, they could put one in the back of the net.
Dipple looks wide to Albritton. Back to Dipple. Plays a floater across the middle to Isaac Brock. Won by Ryan Woodside. Hooker with a great turn. And he draws a foul. And you see that. You continue to see that throughout the game. I think that's got to be at least the third time Hooker's drawn a foul. He's very involved in this game. And I don't think they'll go to goal here in the set piece. I think either Bruce or Raymond will try to cross the ball in to see if they can find either Hooker or Dipple's head. See if they can put him away for a second goal.
It should get a decent opportunity.
Raymond goes to goal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Went in there. That one's saved by Elias, the goalkeeper.
Not expecting that at all.
Yeah, Raymond keeping that Lake Forest defense and the goalkeeper Elias on their toes there.
He looks wide, back to Albert. He takes the ball to the wing. Plays across with his left. Still with Albert, looks back to his left back. Who plays it across the middle. What a dummy. Looks for the shot. What a save by Blair McCormick. And the Lake Forest players call offsides. And you see Blair McCormick get involved in this game.
Yep, called into action here in this
Very
second half.
agile. Very agile.
Yeah, he answered the call of duty there.
Here's Steve Binnig, who looks up and plays a long ball to Dalton Brusso, who wins it. Plays across. Good save by Tara Elias. Back to Isaac Brock, who finds Woodside. Back to Brock, who cuts, tries to shoot.
There's
And
that
here
dribbling
come-
ability there by Brock.
And he finds Butler once again. Who tries to show off his skills right here.
Hope's going to retain possession there.
How about Devin Butler this game? Here's Isaac, who gets shoved and still on his feet.
Crowd wanted a call there.
Devin with the cross. And Elias Graham manages to win that ball. And here comes Lake Forest on the counterattack. They decide to hold the ball back to Graham. Excuse me, Ingram. Here's Ryan Woodside. Plays it back to James Raymond. Looks middle to Brusso. Here comes Lake Forest on the counterattack. But quickly won by Stillwater. One back by Cappuccini. Plays it back to Ingram.
Ingram hasn't been quite as active here
In the second half, yeah. I agree.
but he's still around the ball and has it here. Throw in here. This is Leto. Off the head of Hope, out of bounds. You can stay with Lake Forest. Leto has it, ready to throw it in once again.
Plays a long ball looking for Cappuccini. Won by Albritton once again. And this Hope College back line has been solid throughout this game. You don't see many breakdowns out of them. Once again, Steve Binnick clearing the ball. As you see on the sideline, number 20, Colin Bennett, ready to come back in this game. He made a pretty good impact, I thought, in the first half.
He did. He brought a lot of energy in, especially in that attacking third of the field for Hope. And see if he can bring that same kind of energy back here in the second half with possible re-entrants to come.
What a ball. What a great touch by Gaston Aubert. Who's looking to goal, strikes the ball.
Just wide left there. Doesn't make Blair McCormick do too much work there. And as we do see, there comes the substitution. Colin Bennett coming in, entering the game once again.
Here's Binnick, who looks up and tries for the long ball once again. This time doesn't complete the pass, but Brock handles it. Looks wide to Brusso, who cuts out. Plays it back to Raymond. Raymond looks up. Plays it safely back to Ben Hagman, who completes a pass once again. Back to Woodside. Woodside with a cut. Woodside at pace. Looks wide to Brock. Brock once again to Raymond. Raymond with the cross. And it's blocked by the Lake Forest defense.
It's good deflection there by Ingram.
Hagman again with the ball. He completes the pass to Hooker. This is dangerous. Hooker still with the ball. Looks wide to Bennett. And Bennett with the cross. Handled by Tara Elias once again. And that's what you'd like to see out of the Hope College men's soccer team. Handling the ball in the attacking third of the field comfortably. Not trying to do too much, making the right pass. And you saw that once again.
Yeah, and Taro Elias, though, shuts it right down, as you saw. That cross just a little bit too far towards the net.
He's got to have at least 10 saves in this game, Clayton.
Yeah, and he does have 10 saves here, as you said, at least. And he's done a really good job keeping this thing at 1-0, giving his team a shot, again, on the other end, as we talked about, that attacking third.
And Aubert once again looks back to Lido. Come on. Isaac Brack is just a grinder. And you
Yep.
see it.
He grinds that one out, ends up on that brand new turf that we talk about here at Van Andel Stadium, brand new starting this season.
A pricey project, but it looks beautiful, doesn't it?
It does.
Hagman once again. How many passes has the midfield completed in this game? I mean, it's ridiculous. Albritton. Throws it into Brock. Back to Albritton. Back to Isaac Brock, who cuts in. Tries to look for the combination with Woodside, but fails.
Hagman kind of whiffed there on that, but his teammate
Brousseau looks to shoot.
bailed him
The
out.
deflection. And once again.
A beautiful job by Elias. He came in there, wasn't afraid to get his hands dirty, and picked it up.
Looks wide to Ingram, who hasn't been as involved in the second half as he would like to.
And especially as of late, you've seen that offensive momentum kind of shift back towards the Hope attacking zone.
But I think you got to give credit to James Raymond. He's positioned himself to not let Ingram receive the ball as much in the second half.
Yep, and he's done a good job at that all night.
Raymond looks to switch to Holden Dipple, who looks wide to Albritton.
Albritton at pace.
Plays the ball, tries to find Colin Bennett there on the through ball, but a little bit too much.
But a good look, trying to aggressively get it in there and get something going in the box. What are your thoughts?
I think Sammy Albritton always likes to look for the through ball there. And it's a 50-50 ball. You don't know what can happen. Good look there. And Lake Forest once again looking to possess the ball on their side of the field. Hagman wins the tackle again. Back to Hooker, who controls the ball. Still going. Elias once again.
Slides in there, makes a save there.
And it's never good for a team when your goalie is the most involved and the best player on your team.
Yeah,
That's never a good. Yeah, that is never a good quality for a soccer team. Your best player can never be your goalkeeper.
I'm sure they're not upset about the play that they've seen from Elias, but at the same time, like you said, they'd like to see some more action going on towards the other goal.
As a team, you don't want your goalie saving 15 to 20 shots a game. That means your defense isn't doing a good enough job of preventing those shots.
Well, boy, he's given his team a chance here. Still only down 1-0. So you give Elias all the credit in the world so far. He's been able to hold off this Dutchman attack. As we have stoppage here.
24 minutes to go here. Fermin Durant here alongside Clayton Safey at the Van Andel Soccer Arena.
Looks like we're going to do some adjustment here to the clock. That's what we're waiting for. 23:55 remaining in this match. Lake Forest gonna have it.
And it looks to play the
Cross
ball
there.
in.
McCormick flew in there and was able to bat it down.
Back to Nam. It looks back to Elias. Back to Nam once again. Native of Hawaii, Casey Nam.
He's come a long way.
He plays the ball wide to Ingram once again.
Ingram kind of flying in there.
And he does draw the call.
Yep, he's on that brand new turf. We've seen a few guys kind of down there, and hopefully he's all right. Looks to be getting up slowly here. Free kick setting up. Blocked by that Hope College wall there.
And here's
That was
Jordan on
from
the counterattack.
Cappuccini.
Jordan Hooker taking the ball at pace. Tries to cut inside.
Hooker. He's going to quickly. Looked like he was going to quickly throw it in there, but they're going to set it up a little bit more.
Albritton looks to Isaac Rock in the middle. Back to Isaac, who looks wide to Bennett. Won by Brusso. Woodside here. He makes an errant pass, but wins the ball once again for a Hope College throw-in. And Christian Dahl coming back in for the Hope men's soccer team. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, he got in some action there, like you talked about it there in the first half when he was in. He likes to score. He's looking to put the ball in the back of the net. It's kind of his specialty. What did you see from him in that first half, and in terms of that aggressive play?
I saw him make great runs. He made 2 or 3 great critical runs in the first half. Unfortunately, a few seconds too late. Looks to shoot. Man, he loves to strike the ball. That's one thing about Christian Dahl here. But like I said, he knows how to play the game. He reads the game very well. And he's always looking to get involved in one way or another. Here's Lake Forest. Maintaining possession of the ball. Errant play by Trossel. And a Hope College free kick. Bannick plays it quickly to Albright on the right side of the field. He looks wide to Colin Bennett, who cuts in. Battered away for a Hope College throw-in.
Albritton with it, over to Dalt. Dalt in the corner, trying to set up a cross. Leaves him his way. Albritton trying to get in there. That's headed in there, but stopped again by Taro Elias.
Here's Casey Knott. Back to Elias. Looks wide to Opiola, back. Looking for Ingram on the right side. But can't control the ball, and it goes out of bounds for a Hope College throw-in. James Raymond looking up the field. Plays the ball to Dalt. Back to Brock, and this could be dangerous. Plays it wide to Colin Bennett. Finds Dalt in the middle. Back to Hooker. Back to Bennett, who looks middle once again but loses the ball. Little miscommunication there on the Hope side. Gives the ball back to Lake Forest.
Lake Forest, as we see up on the clock, just under 19 minutes remaining in this match, and they got to get something going on the offensive end. As of late, you've seen it's all been Hope College on their attacking end, but from Lake Forest, what do you think they have to do realistically if they want to get on the board and try to win this thing, at least equalize it?
This second half, they haven't been able to possess the ball as well as they did in that late first half. They're going to have to play the counterattack well. I mean, they can't go back to trying to play possession. I mean, they haven't been successful in the second half. They need to continue to defend as well as they can and try to find a counterattack opportunity. Try to put themselves on the board, but they haven't been able to, Clayton. And you can see how much Hope has been dominating this game, and I would not be surprised if they find the net once again before this game is over.
They've been on the verge a couple times here. They're hoping they can punch one more in. once again.
I think Brusso's taking this one. Dalton Brusso here on the set piece alongside James Raymond. It'll be one of the two, and they'll go to goal. Raymond once again.
It's a good look there.
But Elias.
Bobbled but corralled by Elias. He's been steady. Rolls it in there for Lake Forest. 17 minutes remaining. 1-0 Hope College here at Van Andel Stadium.
Good ball by Nam, looking for Opiola back on the right side. So takes the ball across the half side of the field, looks middle for Cappuccini, who looks wide for Lido, who takes the ball on the left side wing, looks for the cross, Dipple with a good step, and Brock with the turn. And it looks like Isaac Brock is cramping up right now.
It's always a good sign when a guy goes down and it just looks to be a cramp. You know, nothing too serious. Definitely can get through it. Doesn't feel the best at the time, but not a serious injury there.
Isaac Brock not able to play last season for the Hope College men's team, which was a really big loss there. But he's looking good. First game back, he's looking really well. He played pretty well against Grand Rapids FC in the exhibition match in the spring. But he's looking good. He's looking good. It looks like he's just cramping up right now. We'll hope he's okay.
The Foresters, number 15, Travis Wojcik, and number 25, Matus Civilik. In for the Flying Dutch, number 8, Sam Mason.
Colin Bennett's getting a lot of playing time this game. Out of Holland Christian, he's a grinder. Didn't see much playing time his first 2 years, but finally getting the call here. He's been playing well. He's had a good game so far. He's been involved in the attacking third of the field. Getting here instructions from Coach Lee Shop. He's a reliable player. You know what he brings to the table, and happy to see him perform well.
Yeah, absolutely. One of those hometown guys.
Lara Soria, looks to Lido. Back to Lara Soria, who looks up, tries to play Ingram. Errant ball. Dalton Brusso looks for Hooker, and he's offsides. And this time he was offsides.
Yep, and that was a good call.
And it's not as easy as you think, staying offsides for a striker.
Yeah.
Playing the last third here of the second half at Van Andel Soccer Stadium. Hope College leads 1-0. Ingram tries to play the ball in, and Brusso takes care of
And we
it.
talked about it a couple times, but Ingram has not been nearly as effective.
And here's Hooker, and this is dangerous. He holds the ball off, cuts inside.
Hooker,
Good attempt by Jordan Hooker.
shot there on goal. Hope
And
College
another
fans-
save by Elias.
Yeah, another save by Elias, and Hope College fans are happy with that look. Able to get a clean look there at the goal. Like we were saying, Ingram, though, has not been nearly as effective possessing the ball this second half. I think it's one of the reasons why this Lake Forest team has not possessed it as much and also not as got as many offensive looks in this second half.
Dipple wins the header. Not the best look by Sam Mason there, but good defending by Hope College. Alberton tries to slide. Lido keeps possession, looks middle. Back to Lido on the left side. And he looks middle. Won by Sam Mason once again. And Ingram with the ball. It's a good call here.
Another guy down, looks like cramps as well.
Ben Hagman down with cramps. He's been playing this whole game.
Yeah, he's played the entirety of it, and he's exerted a lot of effort. You've seen him around the ball a lot, especially right in that middle of the field where he plays, and he's been big. You talked about it early on.
How well he completes.
Yeah,
he completes passes.
96% of his passes last season. As we've seen a replay here.
Number 21, Ryan Woodside.
Hagman ended up on the ground there.
You have a guy that can complete over 80% of his passes. That's big. Back to Cappuccini, who plays long. Lake Forest on their attacking third of the field. Back to Del Rio. And Nam, who looks up.
Leads his man, that's Laria Soria. Wojcik had it, got deflected, back out to Lake Forest. This is Ingram on that right side.
Who looks middle. Look for the cross there, but here's Hope College on the counter attack and looks for Jordan Hooker, who cuts inside.
Hooker at pace.
Cuts back. Tries to find Raymond on the left side of the field here. Unable to do so. Back to Steve Binnig. Hope College regains possession of the ball. Here's Dalton Brusso. Ingram retains it back. Steve Binnig comfortably possesses the ball. Plays it back to Blair McCormick. Looks wide to Binnig once again. Who looks up and plays the long ball. Hooker tries to flick it once again. That's an effective play. Every time you try to flick the ball there on the attacking third of the field, you could get lucky and get a good through ball out of it. Here's Ingram, looks for Cappuccini once again. Makes an errant pass and Holden Dipple takes care of it. Back to Ryan Woodside. Woodside once again. Controlling the ball on the Hope College side of the field. Here's Dalton Brusso, who cuts back. Looks back for Binnig.
Binnig another long ball there.
And you've seen that this entire game
Yeah,
out of
he's
the
not
Hope College.
And especially with Binnig, he's not afraid to put it in the air, give his guy a chance downfield.
Hope College here with a Dutchman chance.
Wojcik
Tries to strike it.
tried to, but it got deflected. Ball still in the box.
Ingram with the cross.
Ingram just wide left there of the goal. It's going to be a goal kick here from McCormick. As we see some substitutions here. Just above 10 minutes remaining here. Hope College up 1-0 over Lake Forest here at Van Andel Stadium. Clayton Safey alongside Fermin Duran here on the call. It's been kind of a defensive battle, especially in this second half.
On the Lake Forest side.
Yeah, and Lake Forest, they've had a couple opportunities, haven't been able to put one in the net, and that leaves Hope College up with a slim lead of 1-0, but a lead nonetheless.
Here's Isaac Brock, looks wide to James Raymond, who hasn't been as involved in this game, or in the second half, but plays a great ball here to Christian Dalt. Once again called offsides.
Called offsides, but Dalt.
Good call by the referees. And it's
yeah, and he was looking to score there.
Castono Bear. Looks wide to Cappuccini. Wide to Ingram, who plays the cross in. And once again, too wide. We haven't seen much out of Ingram the second half.
Yeah, and it doesn't seem to be the patience on that Lake Forest attacking third that you'd like to see if you're a part of their coaching staff or a fan. Haven't had that patience like Hope has when they're trying to attack. Not afraid to back it out and keep possession.
Here's Mason, middle of the field, finds Christian Dalt, who tries to find Isaac Brock on the wide side. What a good ball. But Casey Nam is able to control it and draw the contact.
And a good win there by Nam.
Viola dribbles the ball up the field. Tries to look middle. Finds Jordan Hooker. Albright with a long ball once again. And that's not going to work every time, Clayton.
But, you know, it is going to give your guy a chance, like we've talked about. And that's all they're really trying to do at this point, especially with 8 minutes to go, trying to put this game away.
You hear the Dutchman chants out of the Hope College crowd.
Yeah, they're still here. Late in the game, but still here, creating some noise. And Ben Hagman, we saw him cramping up about 5 minutes ago.
But they need him. They need him out there.
Yeah, and they're putting him back in. They know that he's one of those steady guys in the middle for them that could be the difference between winning and losing this match.
Here's Ryan Woodside. He looks middle. Not able to make the pass. And you see Lara Soria putting his hands out like, who's open, you know? You can't have that.
Under 7 minutes now remaining in this match. Hope trying to fend off Lake Forest is
Dipple plays the ball out wide safely for Lake Forest starting. And Lake Forest continues to attack here this past few minutes.
Yeah, and they really don't have a choice at this point. Trying to put one in, equalize this thing, tie it at 1, and see what can happen. Easier said than done, but they're being aggressive. Good job by the Hope defense.
Another shot
there in the
attempt
box.
to Stone Aubert. Mason trying to win the ball here. Soria trying to put the ball in. Does. Just not enough. And great job by the Hope College goalkeepers this game.
And that last shot was by Shohan. It was blocked, and then Aubert blocked on the last two. So good effort in there in the box by Hope's defense. But you still got to like the aggressive nature Lake Forest is
Another
playing with.
completed pass by Ben Hagen. And here's Dipple, who looks wide to Mason. Unable to complete the pass. Here's Sam Albritton. Tries to play it wide, does, finds Mason, who loses the ball. And here's Lake Forest. Isaac Brock able to retain possession for Hope College, but they lose it once again. And here comes Lake Forest on the counterattack.
It's going to go back to Hope.
Yeah, Bennett cleared the ball, but apparently it was off Cappuccini.
Yep. And we're under 5 minutes remaining now in this match. Second half action here, 1-0 from Hope.
Here comes Jordan Hooker.
Hooker lost it. Looked like he'd have an opportunity there, but
Oh, what a great turn. Here comes Lake Forest once again.
Lake Forest into that attacking third almost, and wasn't able to keep control of it.
Great game by the Hope College midfield. Hagman.
And Hagman's been a big key in that. Seen it from him in the middle, possessing the ball.
Albrighton able to head it away.
There's a
And it
push
looks like
there.
a push on the Lake Forest side.
Yep, and that was an obvious one. 3.5 to play.
Another turn for Cappuccini, and looks wide to Nam. Mason manages to try to intercept that pass, doesn't. Cappuccini once again to Ingram. He's looking across, does. And another Hope College goal kick.
Yep, it's getting down to the end here. If you're Lake Forest, if you're Hope, you're just trying to kind of fend it off and survive this one. But if you're Lake Forest, at this point in desperation mode, for me, what are you trying to do if you're a part of Lake Forest team?
If I'm Lake Forest, I'm desperately trying to score. I mean, they're down 1-0. There's 2.5 minutes left in this game. I'm trying to bring a defender up to middle of the field and try to get more numbers up there. You need to try to get at least a tie here. You never want to lose a game. And Bennig once again with the win. Looks out wide to James Raymond, who takes the ball up the field. Lake Forest defender closing in, finds Hooker, who looks up and plays the ball wide to Sam Albrighton. Albrighton has space. Manages to play a long ball to Sam Mason. Late foul call, but the right one. It's another Hope College set piece. We've seen a lot of those this game.
Both benches on their feet here with last 90 seconds.
Hooker leads it off to Brock. Brock cuts inside, shoots.
Brock with a shot, and beautiful save again by Elias. He's not letting anything past him after that opening goal early on in the match.
And a tough goal at that.
Yeah. And 1 minute now remaining.
1 minute remaining in the game.
Full on desperation mode if you're Lake Forest.
.43 seconds left here in the game.
Hagman a good job at being able to possess it there. Kicks it all the way back out. Elias has it, trying to put a long ball in there and give his man a chance. Headed out.
Dipple able to win that ball, and Hagman bats it away. and completes the pass to Jordan Hooker, who turns and looks to play a long ball to Christian Dahl, who shoots.
Dahl with the shot. Elias couldn't corral it, but did
Elias
deflect it. And that's going to do it. Hope College Flying Dutchman pick up their first win of the season in the first game of the season here at Van Andel Stadium over Lake Forest in a 1-0 fashion. 1-0 is our final score here in the Dr. Bergsma Memorial Tournament, hosted here, co-hosted by Hope College and Calvin College. And join us tomorrow, 5 o'clock, here at Van Andel Stadium. Same will be on the live stream here. So thank you for joining us alongside Fermin Duran. I'm Clayton Safey. Thanks to the rest of our crew and cameramen for doing a great job tonight. And go Hope.
Monday, hit the road.
Honey, did you remember to bring the GPS?
Nope.
Oh. Well, you have an app on your phone to tell us how to get where we're going?
I do not.
Really? So you have an actual map, like the kind that are hard to fold?
Uh-uh.
You just know where you're going?
No idea.
Don't be this guy when it comes to financial planning. LVZ Advisors. We'll help get you there.
Hey, we're all a little lost. You know where the lake is?
Yeah.